Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Johnson. This is my technology integrated lesson for fifth grade ELA, and this is going to be on metaphors and similes. This lesson will take place right after lunch. And so right when the late bell rings, we'll go ahead and start this timer, and students will take their seats. They'll think about their favorite song or a song they like on the radio, and then once they have that, they'll go ahead and put their head down. And then after the timer goes off, we'll go ahead and have them tell their partners what their favorite song is. And then after that, we'll have them go ahead and get their computers, whether it's a laptop or a tablet, we'll go ahead and have them get those, join the Pear Deck, and then access the Padlet. And on the Padlet, they'll go ahead and enter what their favorite song was, so everyone can see the different types of music that everyone likes. And then people might have some questions as to why everyone's putting their favorite song in. And that's because in music, there are a lot of metaphors and similes. And here is the California State Standard for metaphors and similes. And so these are our learning objectives for the day. Students will understand the concept of metaphors and similes and be able to construct their own metaphors and similes, as well as students will be able to identify and determine the meaning of metaphors and similes. Okay, and then so we'll start off with defining what a metaphor is, which is a form of figurative language, and it states that one thing is another thing. And that this can be pretty confusing, but essentially it just gives color to language, and it's really just comparing two things. And so my favorite metaphor is life is a highway, mostly because I love the song and I love the movie. And here are a list of metaphors. This is an interactive slide where students will underline the two things that are being compared. And then that activity should take no more than like 7 or 8 minutes. And so we'll have a little assessment here on which one they think is a metaphor. And here we'll have some feedback, whether students understand what a metaphor is, if they're a little confused, or no, we need to go back. And then depending on the feedback, we'll proceed or go back and relearn or reteach. And so pressing forward, there is an activity. This is a 15-minute activity to do with partners. They will read the sentence, identify the two things that are being compared, and then they'll write down one way they are alike. And so we'll move on from metaphors to similes, and this is the definition of similes. And my favorite simile right here, and music, which is rock you like a hurricane. And so here are some examples of similes, and these ones we'll go ahead and discuss in class as a whole. We'll go ahead and highlight either like or as in each one of these, and which two things are being compared. And so after this, we'll go ahead and get some more feedback on how they feel about similes, and then we'll have an activity on similes, and we'll go ahead and have a go ahead and get different partners, and we'll have another partner activity, and then we'll have some homework assignments, which can be done in class. These are pretty fast. They're just little, one's a Kahoot and the other one's a quizzes, some gamified activities for the content, and then they'll write a reflection on these assignments, and then they'll go back to the Padlet to see if their song had a simile or a metaphor. All right, and that is my lesson. Thank you for listening.